Hi everyone, what's this? Well, Tim appeared. Yeah, it's time for update 1.2 and 1.3. Now it's been taking a while because we got your feedback and we had our own little things that we liked or disliked. And 1.2, I actually gave myself a few days for it, or just a week, and it was done. But there were some pretty big changes in there. And that caused for some new bugs and issues, and I really after that point, so the patch 1.2 was done on the 31st of January, but after that it was back to regular work, just working on the main game. So that left us little to no time for working on the demo. So outside of work and after work or before work, I try to get as much done as possible. And then like last weekend I did a pretty big change again, and I think now we're at a nice point where we just have to release this update for you, and then hopefully next week release the demo for everyone. And first off, you'll see more details in the caves, and overall it's a bit more light, but we also added a torch. So if you press T, you can see it at the bottom right of the screen. You'll equip a torch, and this system is basically added on top of all the other systems, so it's not really interrupting the gameplay, because you can just start attacking and it will automatically put it away. You can equip your bow. Also, when you start running, it will go away, so you can only walk with the torch equipped. If it has performance impact on your performance, you can lower the shadow quality, and it will automatically disable it. Also, for those of you who see a lot of the fog, you can turn off the volumetric fog, and that will actually make that a bit better. I just really like it myself, but I've read some comments on that. So yeah, the torch, the caves are less dark. You'll probably see about a 10% performance improvement compared to what was last time, or in the previous patch 1.1. So that's pretty cool. What else? So in 1.3 I actually did a big overhaul for the combat sounds and the camera. As you'll see, when the sword and shield are equipped, the camera is now a lot closer to Aron. Stab. Bring it. So something else that was changed is the hyper zombies that will come to you and kind of lock you in place and attack you. Their attacks have been overhauled, so they no longer go into this frenzy, but they kind of they still run at you, but then they just hit, and they'll hit a bit faster than you normally see. I did a big stamina overhaul for me, especially during the troll fight. If you would, so let me also the regular attack costs less stamina now. So say you're out of stamina, it would take so long for it to add again. So now there's a system in place that once it starts recharging, you can see it goes really quickly all of a sudden. So it kind of builds up. So if you don't do anything that uses stamina, you can still block, because it will still go. Blocking itself doesn't cost anything, only actively blocking an attack costs something. So I also did a roll overhaul. How can I explain that best? Say you would stand here. If you would stand here and you would roll to the left, you would kind of get stuck in place. You would get stuck on these silly little geometry things, and that's the way the rolling was set up. It wasn't done in a very basic way. Yeah, that didn't really allow for you to roll out of places. Now the roll is more logic based, has a lot more logic behind it. You can still get blocked also by enemies if there's literally an enemy in your way, and then the troll fight, it can get tricky because he likes to put his legs like next to you, so you will roll into his leg. You'll have to think more about your rolls. It still frustrates me from time to time, but it's a lot better for sure. You can now find arrows. Like I just looted some arrows here, but I still had all my arrows, so I got gold instead, because I automatically converted to gold if you already have all the arrows. So blocking is now a lot less powerful. Sorry, not blocking, countering. Boom. So, oh, he's getting beat up. So let's wait. Let's see if one attacks me. So if I do right mouse button, the counter was really powerful. Basically, all you could do was just use that, and then let me kill these guys. If you would just counter, then you would be fine basically. But now countering doesn't do a lot of damage, but it restores some stamina, so that's pretty chill. All the sounds are way more dynamic, they have some range to them, and they should be a bit more impactful. Also bringing the camera closer made it feel a bit more, I don't know, it really made the combat really awesome for me again. The camera, you have to understand, it had that's something that I did 2 years ago as I was experimenting, and it was never really there was never really a super in-depth design behind it. I mean, I was inspired by other games and I tried to think of the best thing for our game, but back then it was more of a hack and slash game instead of where you had to think about your moves. So you'll see that the style of the forest, I try to bring all the different type of trees a bit closer together in terms of art style. It's less distracting, I like it a lot better. I like the old trees a lot as well because it looked clean and sharp, but overall in the game we're sort of stepping away from this really flat style, and it's getting more detailed. So yeah, I think that's a lot better. Bernard is now closer to the entrance, so you won't be as inclined to kind of ignore him and skip that whole cinematic, because I heard people say, yeah, there's no story, and then they didn't even see the cinematic, so you know, that's there. There was actually, this is one of those bugs I'm ashamed of, because we're using one of the systems I'm selling on the marketplace, but there was a bug with spawning where enemies would spawn double, and it was related to save games, and I just made a mistake with that. So that's been fixed. Counter overall, ground pound, I kept it as powerful as it is, because I really like that it is so powerful, but we heard the feedback that it is too powerful, so what I did was I increased the cost. So now it costs 70 of your power basically out of 100. So that's there. Yeah, overall a lot of bug fixes. Let me see if I can show you these guys. I already forgot about a lot of things are super normal to me already, because yeah, they were done for January 31st. So whoop, as you can see, no longer going absolutely insane, actually killable right now. I kept the other ones in game, but I'll keep those, oh, you can see I looted an arrow. I'll keep those in Aron's Adventure, the actual game. And wait, where did she wander off to? Yeah, we'll see how that works out there. Again, if it's too dark, so if you shoot in the blue. And something else that I find is really cool, just systems coming together, is that we've had arrows make noise for a long time, so AI would go investigate, and that can create some pretty fun results, especially here if they are in the right place. So if you want to like sneak past and they're looking at you, you can just shoot an arrow and they'll actually go and investigate. So as you can see, they're looking at me. Oh, now I hit him. Yep, okay, now I messed up. But you can shoot it past them and actually have them go investigate. Oh, and also another thing is that if you press space and you're close to an enemy, like I'm not blocking right now, I can still roll, I can still do my roll, I can still roll away. That was another thing. People, I don't want to push 2 buttons to roll, that's fair. So when there's enemies around, and you press space, you can just roll. There's no need to block anymore. These are only a few of the many changes that have gone into 1.2 and 1.3, and I'm very excited for you to get your hands on it and to see what you think about it. Yeah, thanks again for the testing, and especially a big thanks to you that filled in the survey, because that helped. You know, a lot of problems we were aware of, but there were definitely some things in there that made me go like, yeah, okay, you're right, so we should do something with that. And I tried to work with everything. The last thing I have experimented with, but nothing is in the 1.2 or 1.3 or even in the game at the moment, is communicating low health. Like that's something I've not found anything for yet that I like. I've had Aron kind of flash, I've had the health bar do a bit more popping, but I don't like it so far. So I'll keep thinking about that, and yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have fun with this new version of the demo. To me it feels almost like a different game. It's so different. It's yeah, it's really cool. I like all the progress that we've made, and I hope you feel the same. If you dislike some of the new changes or something like that, then join us in Discord and let us know. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I'm working on stuff that will make updates more regular, but I have to find this template or create this template for myself that will make it easier for me to share regular updates. But we're in the last year, so it's about time that something is done for regular updates. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.